Your wife doesn't need a provider. Your wife needs a priest. And no one seems like they're talking about this, but we're going to be getting into the nitty gritty of it. Many men think that they're actually providing for their family, so they're leading their homes. But in actuality, they aren't. And here's why. Number one, loving our wives as Christ loved the church. Now, that's a big responsibility, bruh. Talking about loving our wives as Christ loved the church. Good thing is we're the second responders. We're the second comforters in line because Jesus is the first comforter. He sacrificed all, so with Christ sacrificing on the cross and sacrifice himself for the church, we must understand that we have to make sacrifices as men. And those things may be uncomfortable. They may feel unjust. They may feel unfair. But that's a part of being a man, baby. And it's part of being a husband. And if you don't want to do those things and you're not a married man, don't even get in this pool, brother. But God will give you strength in the midst of your weakness. Because I can attest to this. There's times where I felt dead broke, tired, rusty, and crusty, and God still gave me the strength to push through, to be able to sacrifice the things that I needed to do so that I can make sure that my wife is good. And prime example, that may look like anything from a day-to-day, it may be sacrificing me going out, working out for 2-3 hours like I would love to do when I was a bachelor. But now I got to cut it down to an hour because I got to get back, because I want to make sure that my wife isn't overly stressed where, I can help take care of our toddler, because Chloe be running rings around her because my wife is pregnant. And then by the time the night comes, I know my wife is carrying extra weight because of this baby. And so she may have stress in her back and things like that. So I want to massage her from head to toe with some good coconut oil and make sure she good. And by the time I do that, she knocked out. So you want to make sure that your wife is good, man. We as men, we could push through adversity. We know how to do this thing called life. And God giving us the strength, we definitely could do it. Number 2, leading without dominating. Now, leading without dominating is something that's kind of difficult for some of us men, because we're taught to dominate, to knock people's heads off in sports and all these different things, and just to rule and conquer.
This is Sparta!
But with our wives, we have to be a lot more gentle and also have an understanding, because leading without an understanding is just control. And you don't want to be like that. So, prime example, my wife, she wanted to start a garden. And I know you guys might have seen that garden video that I made, and it was like, man, what is he doing? Like, bro, this is supposed to be about Jesus. This boy over here building. But I did that video because it's something that me and my wife can bond about. And it's something that she wanted to do. And I had a passion for it too, but I just never really got around to it. So that's something we have in common that we wanted to do together. So even though I was excited about it, I just couldn't take the reins and just do everything myself, when that's what I would have done if I was by myself. So I had to alleviate some things that she really liked, but I found that there were certain things about gardening that I didn't like. So she had more of an understanding about heirloom seeds, and she knew what supposed to grow together, and hey, you want to have this in the same area as the potatoes because this gonna help keep the insect bugs away. And I was like, what? I don't even know what marigold look like. Why do I need to put that next to my potatoes? Anyways, so she knows a lot more than me about some things, and so we have to be willing to understand. And then with that understanding, it shows leadership, because I built all of her boxes. So I built them from pallets. And so when I did that, it made her like understand that, man, he really does care about the things that I care about. And I supported what she wants. And at the same time, it makes our whole family come together, because Chloe out there with a shovel and all kind of stuff. And we just having fun as a family, man. Number 3. Provide more than money. Providing for your family matters, but you don't want that to be the only thing that you do. We're taught to bring home the bacon as the man, but if you're only bringing home the money, then you're just a roommate with a job. We want to make sure that we're providing emotional presence, time, and spiritual covering. Hey, if you don't hear nothing else I say, you need to hear this one. Write this one down. Write it down. Write it down. Now, we got emotional presence, we have spiritual covering, and time. Now, time is going to be everything in this, because we're going to have to take the time out to even think, fellas, because we don't have the switch of emotional presence on like that. And it's going to take time, like shooting free throws in the gym, bro. You're going to have to be putting them things up. You have to keep putting them up. Keep putting them up, because it's going to have to become a rhythmic thing. It's going to have to become muscle memory for you to be able to shoot that J, boy. I'm telling you. And sometimes this is just walking up behind my wife, grabbing her by her hips, whispering in her ear, baby, you okay? How you feel today? You good? And especially with my wife being pregnant, I got to be on 10 all the time. I mean, I'm out here just, this is all I got. But this ain't about me, you know, but it is at the same time, because, you know, iron sharpen iron, you know, like what we talked about. Being emotionally attentive to your wife. Now, time can be anything, anywhere, any place. And that's the good thing about time, because you can just draw away or pull your wife away in little scenarios. Like sometimes, like in the kitchen, my wife may be cooking and I may just slide a stool up behind her and put it under her butt, tell her to sit down. I'ma stir the spaghetti. I'ma do whatever I need to do just to take the time to talk to her. And that little gesture, like, she feels like I see her and I want to see her. I want to make that time for her. And man, like, especially when you got kids, man, like we got a toddler. So like Chloe takes up a whole bunch of time. So your time may be you laying in the bed 30 minutes with your wife and y'all just talking. But that takes me to the other one, spiritual covering. Pray with your wife, bro. Y'all have to be praying together. No matter if y'all start praying 2 minutes, if that's something y'all struggle with, if it's just 2 minutes out of the day, you know, y'all pray in the morning or y'all pray at night, something, but you want to get into a rhythm with that. And that's kind of going into our next one. So,
but listen up now, this is serious.
Real quick, like, if any of these points are hitting for you, I need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment below which one is hitting hardest for you, so iron can sharpen iron, my brother. Let's get back to it. Number 4, being present, not just there. Now, Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 7 talks about us being teachers to our children and being able to talk to our children when we lie down, when we wake up, when we, in all scenarios, we should be able to talk to our children, and as well as our wives. Communication is key. And many times we see a lot of parents and they do not have relationships with their children because they're unable to have a conversation. Some children don't feel safe to even have a conversation with their parents because of the time that's not taken out, and just the rhythmic daily things, as we spoke about earlier, you know, making time for prayer together, family time, eating dinner at the table, you know, asking about one another's day, you know, forming those daily routines really help out a family when we just want to make sure that what we're doing is conducive for the growth of our children, the growth of our family structure as well. And just checking in too, like sometimes, like if your children may be in college or whatever, they may be older, hey, call, hey, what's going on, what you doing, you know, just making sure you're present in all areas, man, even if you're not in the same state or there's a distance between you all. Number 5, sanctify your home and atmosphere through prayer. Your home has an atmosphere, fellas, and if you're not the one sanctifying that atmosphere and keeping your home covered with the precious blood of Jesus Christ, who is praying, Who is the authoritator in the spiritual realm over your home? Are you? Is this you? Because many men skip over this one because it makes them feel uncomfortable. And if you don't feel comfortable in praying for your wife and praying for your family, that is definitely not God. That is the enemy. Because if you don't feel comfortable in doing so, that's something that God has charged us to do. And that's one of the most important things out of all of these, is to being able to pray for your children and pray for your wife. Like that, you're the head. God has called you to lead your family spiritually. You are the priest of your home. And God has given you the spiritual authority and duty to care for your family in the spiritual capacity. So we as men, we must rise to the occasion, fellas. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 11 says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And not saying you childish in the sense of like how the world looks at it, but childish in the spiritual realm, where you love being coddled in the spiritual things. But no, it's time for you to step out on faith in some things, because our wives need us, our children need us, our communities need us, the world needs us. We have to be able to witness effectively about the goodness of Jesus Christ. And if we can't do that, then what good are we? We have to know our rightful place and what we need to be doing. Because if we can't go out and minister to people in the world, and then our homes are in shambles as well. And you could be Holy Ghost filled and all of that, but if your home is in shambles, you need to work on that before trying to get out here and save everybody else and clean up everybody else's life. So, but fellas, we got some homework to do. We got some homework to do, man. I need to know which ones you guys are going to be working on. Now, you can choose one of these to work on out of the week. I suggest just picking one. If you got two on that you can juggle, man, go ahead and do two. Knock yourself out. Be the better man for Christ, and pray about the things that you need him to do, man, concerning these topics here. Now, we're going to do a little recap. So we got love your wife as you love the church, lead without dominating, provide more than money, be present, not just there, and sanctify your home. This blessed you, or you feel it will bless someone else, share it with a brother or sister. Let me know what you think down below. And like I said earlier, comment. I want to know which one of these you guys are going to be targeting throughout your week, so we all can be praying for one another. Hey, you already know what time it is. Like, share, subscribe, sub a dub, show your boys some love. I'ma see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Don't run away, hey. Don't run away. You should stick around and have fun with me. I talk about Jesus, they get far from me. You don't even have to get involved with me. Like underlay. Whatever you consider where your soul gon' stay.